I don't know what it is. They do get pretty hot and steamy. I saw it coming, but I didn't see it coming, and I'm just so upset. Hello my wonderful friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Sarsana, and we are going to be doing a reading vlog. I have been feeling a little bit slumpy, so I am going to read books that I think are going to get me out of my slump or just give me all the good vibes. I haven't been reading for about like a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. I just want to get back into a reading rhythm. I'm just going to read books that I feel like is going to make me feel good. So I had recently started reading the Twisted series by Anna Huang. I know I am very late to the game, but I want to start reading Twisted Games in this reading vlog, and I have a few other books lined up, but I may change my mind, so we're not going to talk about those quite yet. But I really want to start reading Twisted Games, and I know that this is about Bridget and her bodyguard Reese. I love a good bodyguard romance, and Bridget is a princess of Eldora. In Twisted, we learned that her brother abdicated, so he's not going to be the king anymore, and she may be taking the throne. And I believe according to their laws, Reese may not be able to marry her, so I don't know what's going to happen. I'm really excited to get into this and see if I can get over this weird reading slump. I read a few books after I read Fourth Wing. I read Marriage and Musty, and I read The Silent Patient, I think. I loved the arc of Marriage and Musty by Nisha Sharma. It is so good, but I still feel like I'm in a slump. Like I don't want to pick up a book. And I also feel like I don't want to read like a Fanro, which is like my favorite genre. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on with me, but I'm feeling kind of weird, and I need to get back into it. I need to get back into reading super badly, and I just want to read books that I'm really hoping is going to remind me why I love reading so much and just give me all those good vibes. Yeah, so let's try to get out of this slump together. So I'm gonna start reading Twisted Games, and I will give you guys an update when I have more of an update for you, but wish me luck. I really hope that this is good. Hi, this is an update for Twisted Games. Don't mind my appearance. I was literally making tea. I'm getting ready for bed. I'm literally in my robe and everything. But I was doing some reading before I went to sleep. And while I'm making my tea, I'm literally reading this, and I had to highlight it in my Kindle, and I have to tell you guys this line, okay? It's not really spoilery, so hold on 1 second. I'm literally just screaming inside and out loud apparently. Okay. So Reese is saying this internally inside his head about Bridget. He says, Bridget von Ashburg was mine and mine alone. It didn't matter that she wasn't mine to take. I was taking her anyway. And if I could tattoo myself onto her skin, bury myself in her heart, and etch myself into her soul, I would. Oh my god, I love Reese Larson. I love him. Oh my god. This is so good. This is getting so good. I am already 57% of the way in, and ooh, Anna Huang knows how to write. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. I have goosebumps. I'm gonna get back to reading, but I just had to read that line to you guys because, oh my god, this book is so good. This book just had me by the throat, okay? This book has had me by the throat. Slump who? That's what I'm feeling right now. I'm gonna get back to reading. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Hello friends, I have reading updates for you. So I think the last time I checked in with you guys, I started reading Twisted Games, and since then I have finished Twisted Games. I love Anna Huang's writing. I read Twisted Love maybe last month, and I wanted to continue the series. I loved the vibes that it gave me, so I picked up Twisted Games. It really helped me get over my Fourth Wing slump. I loved Reese and Bridget. Reese has been Bridget's bodyguard for 2 years. She's found him attractive from the get-go, but found his possessive, authoritative personality to be too much, and she started to dislike him. But over the years, she started to like him. She enjoyed his company. Reese also started to get used to her. At first, he was annoyed with her because she wouldn't listen to him, and their relationship just blossomed over 2 years. It was so adorable. She is a princess of Eldora, but then her brother, he abdicated his throne, so she was next in line to become queen. That is the last thing that she ever wanted, and she did not see this coming, so she was very upset. Her relationship with Reese has progressed even more at this point in time because of her becoming queen. She is not able to marry anyone that is not of royal blood or a commoner. And Reese is basically a commoner because American bodyguard. So her and Reese, they have an affection for one another, but they're not willing to admit it. They go off to Costa Rica because she has like this bucket list of things that she wants to do, and Reese is like, okay, you know, like I will help you make that come true, but after that, I'm out of here. Basically, he doesn't want to be around to watch her marry someone else. He does like the sweetest things for her. He's just super sweet. He's such a romantic. The fourth option was for her to have an intimate relationship with Reese of like one night. They do get pretty hot and steamy. From that, their relationship and their attraction, it just grows and grows. Things just get so steamy. It is a really good time. I gave Twisted Games 4.5 stars. It wasn't as good as Twisted Love, but it was still very good, and some of the things that Reese did for her was just adorable, and I love them together. I love the epilogue and the bonus content that we get in these books too. It was just perfect. I couldn't wait. So right after I finished Twisted Games, I picked up Twisted Hate, and literally this is like in the span of a day. I have read so much of Twisted Hate. I think I'm on chapter 39 right now. So I'm like almost 70% of the way through. And it is really good. This book is about Josh and Jules, and they have been my favorite characters from when I read Twisted Love. They hate each other so much. The way these two go at it is so funny, and they're so entertaining, and at the same time, their relationship is like so fiery. I love them together. Jules is studying to be a lawyer and Josh is a doctor. They see each other one day at a bar, and Jules basically got stood up, and Josh, he leaves the bar. Jules was getting mugged, and she somehow turned it around and she held the gun towards the guy that was trying to rob her. And it's just such a funny scene. And Josh sees her and he's like, what the hell is going on? So he goes over there and he's like, why do you have a gun? And she's like, he tried to rob me. And like the police come and whatever. From there, there's like different moments where they see each other, and Jules, she started working at the hospital as like a research assistant. She needed a job to hold her over while she's in college, and Josh also works at the hospital in the ER. It's just this whole thing with them. They agree to be civil while they're at work, which is very mature of them considering how they go at it. They're literally like Tom and Jerry. It's so funny. And then they see each other from time to time, and they start to realize how attracted they are to one another. And Josh, he's like, let's make a Smex pact. And they're only going to be doing that. There's going to be nothing too intimate besides for the physical. Like, they will not sleep over, they will not go on dates, they will not get jealous if the other wants to date other people. And it is literally just that physical relationship. And from that, it evolves to something so sweet, so endearing, and they're just so adorable. They both have traumatic familial history, and they bond over that, and there's just so much that happens here, and I love their relationship so far. I'm probably going to finish this tonight because I literally physically can't put this down. I'm at the part where they're on their first date, and it's just so cute. They're so perfect for each other. I love them. Really in love with Anna Huang's writing. This is the first series that I've read by Anna Huang. I have her Kings of Sin series that I think I'm going to be picking up next, because This is just so precious. I love these characters so much. After Twisted Hate, there's only one more book left. It's called Twisted Lies, and I think that one is about Stella and Christian. That is going to be a pretty good book. I will catch up with you guys later when I have an update for you, maybe tomorrow. But yes, I am loving this series so much. Alright guys, I will talk to you later. Bye! Hello friends, I finished Twisted Hate. I'm gonna give it a 4 stars. It was really good to like 90% of the book. What really made me mad was the fact that Jules told Josh something and the way he reacted to it, I didn't like it. It gave me the ick. It really made me mad because I just thought that that was really stupid of him. There was a different way that he could have handled it. Just because of that, I'm gonna give it a 4 stars. It was really good though. Like for most of it, it was really good, and like the way they ended, epilogue and everything, it was really cute. It was really good. I had a really good time seeing Alex and Ava again, and seeing clips of what's going on with them was also really cute. There were some action-packed scenes in here and it was very fast-paced. I don't know if I want to start Twisted Lies quite yet because I'm not really ready for this series to be over. I have to like mix up my genres or I get bored, and I want to stay interested in the series. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna read an ARC. I have an ARC by K.W. Foster. It's titled A Curse of Breath and Blood, and I have it on my Kindle. I have it right here. I think this is what I'm gonna read next. It's a romantasy about Ayla and Caden. She is a mercenary who has powers. She can go into people's heads and like wipe their memories, and there's like fays and like banshees and like different kinds of beings in this book, so I think I'm gonna pick that up next. I read 2 romances so far and I need something a little bit different, so I think this is the next move. I think I'm just gonna chill tonight, maybe watch some TV and go to bed early. I have not been prioritizing sleep as well as I should be, so I'm pretty exhausted, so I think I'm gonna do that. All right guys, I will check in with you when I have an update for you, probably sometime tomorrow. Bye. Hello my wonderful friends, I am checking in. I started reading A Curse of Breath and Blood by K.W. Foster last night, and surprisingly I got pretty far. I didn't anticipate getting this far already in this book, but I had a bit of time earlier today and last night to read, and I don't know if I like it or not, to be honest with you. Like, it's a pretty interesting plot. It grips you from the beginning. Some parts, I think maybe from like 30% through, I was pretty bored. Like, just the initial first few chapters hooked me, and then after that, I was kind of fading. I don't know what it is. Like, no, that's a lie. I do know what it is. I feel like the world building is not there. It's a very character-driven story, so there's that, and I'm very interested in seeing where our main character Ayla is going to go throughout her journey in this book. So basically, Ayla was a human. I think she had like Sylph blood, I think that's what it's called. She got married to a man named Gideon. He's a king. Apparently he abuses her and tortures her for some reason. She is a very tortured soul. She ran away from him. Ayla hasn't seen her sister for 5 years. She hasn't bothered to look for her. Ayla has a power where she can go into people's minds and erase memories, maybe even make them do things. Because of her being abused by Gideon and her running away, she hasn't seen her sister in 5 years. Her father is dead. Her mom is in prison. Her sister is apparently with Gideon now, and Ayla has been doing drugs to manage her depression and her PTSD from when she was with Gideon. She used to be in love with a man named Caden. Caden and her have somewhat of a relationship where they still kind of have feelings for one another as like their first loves. Caden had gotten married to someone and things have happened, and him seeing Ayla is bringing out some of those feelings, and same for her. However, she's also like flirting with other men and sleeping around here and there. And I'm just very confused and it feels very messy. I feel like this book would make a lot more sense if there was a novella that came out prior to this that gave us a little bit more background in our characters and the world building, because I feel like we just got dumped into this world and things just happen without any kind of descriptions for any of the beings that we're meeting. It is filled with species of various kinds that are falling under the sylph beings. Like there's vampires, there is people wielding magic, there are witches, there are people like Ayla who can mess with people's minds, there's banshees, and there's hobbits, elves, and it's just a whole lot of things, which is pretty cool. It is very whimsical in a way. It's also kind of urban, and there's kings and queens, and there's a hierarchy, and there's political battles between different courts. It's very intriguing and it's very character driven, and I feel like that is what is keeping me entertained enough to continue reading this, because the world building is just not there and it is making me lose interest in the book. There's been certain times where I had to like reread certain parts because I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. And mind you, this is an arc. This is not completed in whatsoever. So I get it. There are some errors that I'm going to have to look over. However, the way the world is being built here, I just don't know. I don't know, you guys. I'm going to keep reading it because I'm really interested in Ayla and I want to see where she ends up and what happens with her and Gideon, what happens with her and Caden. I'd really love to see how everything wraps up. So let's see how things go. I'm on chapter 26. I'm exactly on 50% of the book right now. So it is going pretty fast for me. I will try to read some more tonight and give you guys an update when I have an update for you. But right now I'm just kind of feeling a little bit like meh. Like this is pretty good, but also pretty confusing. We will see how things go. I'm gonna get back to reading and I will give you guys an update when I have an update for you. Bye. Hello friends, I'm checking in about A Curse of Breath and Blood by K.W. Foster. I just finished it today. I know yesterday I was not very happy with the way this book was going, and honestly, after the 50% mark, the book just got better and better. I really enjoyed how Ayla progressed throughout the book, and I love how her relationship evolved with certain characters. I can't tell you guys without telling you guys. And I feel like it would be a disservice if I said anything else because it would literally spoil the fun. All I'm going to say is the ending made me want to throw my Kindle. I was so mad because I saw it coming, but I didn't see it coming. And I'm just so upset. I really wish that I had the second book. Like, this book isn't even published yet. I read the ARC. This book is going to come out on September 17, I believe, of this year. I am going to be buying myself a physical copy because I need it as a trophy on my shelves. I'm still sitting here thinking, what the heck? I need to know what happens with Ayla. I need to know what happens with Bayless, her little sister. And I also need to know who she ends up with because the way they left things off, I don't know. I have no words. Like, I don't have any words. I'm so upset right now because I need the next book. This is why I hate reading books that are not finished in a series. This is so annoying. To say the least, I really had a good time. This was a really good arc. K.W. Foster's writing is pretty good. I still stand by the fact that I wish that we received some kind of a novella describing the world and like the background of the characters a little bit. Sort of like Assassin's Blade, I guess, from the Throne of Glass series. I just needed something. Maybe even like an extended prologue or something. I did give this a 4 stars. I really had a good time and I just can't wait to pick up the next book. I am going to be impatiently waiting for the next book. This week isn't over yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start an audiobook. I have another arc. It is titled A Shift in Shadows. And this is by Maddox Gray. The cover is pretty cool too. Let me show you guys if you guys can see it. I'll put the cover up here for you guys to see it. It's pretty cool. It gives me like Mortal Instruments / Zodiac Academy if they had a baby. Like, that's the vibes I'm getting from it so far. I'm just gonna read you the synopsis of it really quickly so you guys can understand what it's kind of about because I suck at explaining what books are about. Okay, so it says, a wicked feline shifter, a cruel warlock, and a dark secret that can devour worlds. A bloody heart, that has been my birthday gift every year from the warlock I once loved. He used me, so I left him and found the love of my life. We shared a blissful life together until Sebastian destroyed it all with one sweeping declaration: "You will always be mine." After failing in my attempt to get revenge and barely escaping, I find myself once again starting over with the support of my friends and trying to let go of the past. When I meet the sweet and adorably innocent local werewolf Andre, I think I might finally have a real shot at finding happiness again. I should have known better. Sebastian has found me and he'll do what he always does: hurt those I love. But I have a secret. The dark magic I keep chained deep within my soul is a weapon just waiting to be unleashed. I could finally claim my revenge and protect everyone important to me. But my kind of magic is forbidden, and the price for using it may be my life. This is book 1 in the Lost Legacy series. It sounds so good. I literally am on chapter 1, I think, and the way the prologue is like she's getting tortured and someone saves her. Magnus or something saves her. That's all I've gotten so far, but it literally has me hooked already because an ex-boyfriend torturing you, vampire sucking on your blood, you got kidnapped a year ago, what is going on? So yeah, shit is just already hitting the fan and I'm just already intrigued. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep listening to this. This is also an ARC. When is this being published? It was published in 2022, but I'm listening to the audiobook and it seems pretty interesting so far, so we'll see how it goes. All right, you guys, so I will check in with you guys when I have an update for you. Bye. Hello my wonderful friends, I am checking in about A Shift in Shadows by Maddox Gray. So I didn't check in with you guys after I started this book. I think I got to like the first chapter or two. I just spent time with my family last night and we did a bonfire and we did marshmallows and s'mores and it was just a good old time. We're just trying to make the most out of the rest of the summer now because school is going to be starting soon, so we're just trying to hang out and relax a little bit more. So I did finish this. It is a lot better than I had anticipated it to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be a little bit like Zodiac Academy, which it is. However, we have a 300 plus FMC versus our 17-year-old FMCs, and it was pretty interesting. We have various characters. The main POV is of our main character. Her name is Nemain. She was tortured by her ex Sebastian for about a year, where we had some Kingdom of Ash action going on. She was tortured, her bones were broken, they knitted back together, and it was just a gruesome old time for her. She's been going through this battle with Sebastian for a few centuries, and she has powers like any other. Like, she has destroyer power where she can take people's magic, like her magic eats their magic and it kills them, and she has like this blue fire, this blue cold icy fire that comes out of her. She can open portals, she can shift into like a big cat or some kind of like a feline shifter. I don't know, I couldn't really understand what she shifted into. I just know that it's like a big cat or something like that. And we don't really have much of a romance for her. She has someone that she is sort of in a situationship with. They have a sweet relationship where they both care for one another and she's having a good time basically, and she's starting to catch feelings for him, but it doesn't really get any further than that. We don't get a lot of spicy scenes either. We just kind of get, this is what it is, this is the act of it, and that's kind of it, right? We don't really get a lot of spicy scenes, which is fine by me because I was more interested in the plot of it, and honestly, it was really good. I liked the action. There was a lot of it. there was one thing happening after the other. I really enjoyed the world building in this book as well. It was a lot of fun and I got no breaks. We were going from one thing to the other. This is not like a literary masterpiece. I gave it like a 4-star because I felt like it lacked connection between the characters. Like Nemain had a few best friends and her brother, there was just a lack of connection. The way they communicated and the way the characters' relationships were portrayed and written out, I couldn't really understand the depth of their relationship, which just kind of left me feeling like meh about their relationships. I was mostly interested in what was happening with Nemain and where she was going to go next, how her powers were going to be developed, and the way it ended, it seemed like there is more that is going to be wrapped up in the next book, and it just kind of left us not in a cliffhanger. It ended in a nice tidy way, but at the same time it left room for the second book. I don't have the second book, but I am really hoping to get my hands on it sometime in the near future. I'm not in a rush to get into this because I have so many books on my TBR right now. So it was good. It was good. I had a really good time. So it got a 4-star for me. So to wrap the vlog up, in this vlog, I read Twisted Games and Twisted Hate by Anna Huang. And then I read A Curse of Breath and Blood by K.W. Foster. A Curse of Breath and Blood is going to be released on September 17 of this year, 2024. I didn't anticipate this book to grip me as much as it has, and I'm really looking forward to book 2. And then lastly, I read A Shift in Shadows by Maddox Gray. It's a shifter fantasy urban romance. I wouldn't really call it much of a romance, but it is sort of like Zodiac Academy minus the academy part, and there's a crazy amount of magical powers, magical beings, and it's just super cool, super fast-paced. If you're looking for something like Zodiac Academy, I would highly recommend this, and this also fell as a 4 stars for me. Overall, I had a really good time reading all of these books this week, and thank goodness that I did this vlog. Thank goodness I picked up these books because I was feeling like I didn't want to pick up a book and I was like super depressed about Fourth Wing. I am still hesitant to pick up Iron Flame. I'm going to wait a few more months, I think, closer to the end of this year, so I can have Onyx Storm in my hands, and we'll see how things go. But my goodness, that book has left me in a slump. I don't like to read books that are in an unfinished series because it just does this to me. And yeah, I digress. So that concludes our video, my friends. I had a great time vlogging this and sharing this with you. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you will not miss any videos from me in the future. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching again, and I will catch you in the next one. Bye.